Yes, boss. Let's do it, man. Never give people the upper hand to talk mess about you. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. In life, I understand there's always going to be people who want to have your name in their mouth, say whatever it is that they want. But if you know deep down in your heart that they don't have the rights to talk about you, you shouldn't really let it bother you. You get what I'm saying? It kind of spins off of that last topic I did about having haters is very powerful. Look at it like this, right? If you know you're handling life and doing things your way, doing things that you're supposed to do, you don't really leave room for other people to talk shit about you. So I'm gonna give you an example, right? You ever heard how some people have like a story about how a person used them or they were a bum or whatever the case may be? I had to take care of them. It's just like example. You ever heard a girl talk about how, I had this boyfriend or this dude I was talking to, I took care of him, paid the bills, and he was nothing. That's like, if that situation is true, then that's somebody who gave that person the opportunity to talk stuff about them. So example, in life, don't go around using people. When you use people and you know you're doing that intentionally, you're going to leave the door open for people to talk smack about you. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of gives them the upper hand in saying certain things. So another thing into that, right? Let's say you have a track record that follows you that says, yo, you're the type of individual where you do messy things or you carry out on messy acts and it leaves a sour taste in people's mouth. You have a track record that goes that way. These are things that give people the upper hand in having leverage to talk smack about you. And as well as that, right? You want to understand that in life, sometimes people do every and anything it is that they can to bait you into an argument as to where they can get you to expose yourself or tell the details about what happened. Understand this, right? It may sound kind of weird, but never argue with somebody over your respect. And I'm going to explain that, right? If you know you're 100 or you're solid, right? You don't have to argue with a person to show, yo, I was right in the situation and you were wrong. It's just like the same topic I did about a wise man never argues with a fool. Because when two people are arguing, right? People aren't going to be able to discern who's the wise man and who's the fool. You got to understand that sometimes it's best off to walk away and leave certain things alone, because you got to chalk it up. What the hell that is? Extra hair or something. You got to chalk it up like some people, they're just miserable on the inside. So they're going to do every and anything it is that they can to either rage bait you into an argument, bait you into a debate. If you know who you are and you're 100, yo, I didn't give you the ability to talk smack about me, or I didn't. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand something. There are some people that love to draw you out. And I'm going to explain that. That's like a Jamaican saying, like drawing out somebody, like drawments. It's like going fishing and hoping I can catch a sucker, if that makes sense. So let's say somebody tries to bait you into an argument or bait you into a debate about something that was probably in the past, a past event, whatever the case may be. It could be your choice if you want to entertain them and listen to them in their little bullshit that they're talking about. Or you can choose to simply walk away, act like, yo, listen, I'm not entertaining this, move around, do something more productive. But you have to understand that when you don't give people what it is that they're looking for, they can never really get the upper hand that they want out of you, if that makes sense. So going a little bit deeper into that, right? And this goes back into respect, right? Let's say a person used to disrespect you, right? And you probably didn't pick up that they were disrespecting you or clowning you, right? The longer you stay in that situation of them disrespecting you, that kind of gives that person the upper hand to give them the feeling that they have the upper hand to disrespect you or clown you or talk to you any certain kind of way. And you got to understand something. As people and in human nature, which I'm understanding, there are some people that get like a high off of knowing that they can disrespect somebody or play in somebody's face, and they probably don't recognize it. Either because you're a person who's not really aware, or you're not fully reading the room. But you have to understand something. These are little tactics that people use to see if they can get one over on you. So example, right? Let's say you're in a dynamics. Like, let's say it's a relationship. Could be a friendship too, right? Let's say in that friendship or in that relationship, the dynamics is one-sided. Nothing isn't really in your favor. It's more so you're the one that's putting out and you're not receiving. If the dynamics start off that way, that's how people are going to want to keep it. You got to remember, the way how things start off, people are going to want to start it off in that way and keep it that way. So example, if you're the one that's mainly giving in a situation and a person isn't really giving, they're taking, and they barely give back, that's a dynamic people would love. If you try to change the dynamic, guess what? People are going to either show their hand, try and see if they could swindle it to go back to the way that it's supposed to be, the way how it originally started, where things was in their favor, not in yours. People are going to want to try and do that. You have to recognize the whole situation, friendship, relationship, work dynamic. It doesn't matter. There are some people that have a certain type of game cut out where it's based off of hierarchy. And I'm going to explain that, right? Let's say in a friend group, everybody has probably been around in that friend group for about 5, 6, whatever years, right? Then a newbie comes along. That new person can now be looked at as, yo, you're the rookie or you're the person that we can try until somebody new comes along. This is something that's very common. If you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you. There are some friend groups where they're so in cahoots with each other, the next person coming in, whether they're vetting them to join or looking at them as a potential candidate to join, they're going to want to probably try you and see what it is that they can get away with. What can I disrespect this person with to see if they're cool enough to be with the crew? Understand this. Respect is priceless, bro. You cannot negotiate your respect. If anybody feels like respect can be negotiated, that's when they're going to look to see if they can seek the upper hand to disrespect you, bro. You got to be firm in your boundaries in life. That means if you say something, let it be that. Don't try and negotiate or go back and forth. What you say is law. What you say stands. If people see that your boundaries can be negotiated or certain things can be twisted and bent a little bit to be in their favor, people are going to see what else they can try and get away with. It's like the famous saying, you give a person an inch, they're going to try and take a mile. You give a person a mile, let me tell you something, they're going to be going as far as they can until the game stops. Remember the saying I teach you, everybody has their own game cut out for them, so people try to run whatever it is that they can to make things fall in their favor. So understand this, some people are still in survival. Some people are raised off of love. People who are raised off of love, they don't look to gain something from other people. They're doing it from the heart. They're doing it for the just from the heart. It's from a loving space. You get what I'm saying? Some people doing things from a state of survival, they're going to continuously see what it is that they can get up out of you because they're surviving. They're trying to get out of the survival state to get to a more comfortable state. You get what I'm saying? That's as to how some people develop these track records. And that's why some people have the upper hand to talk smack about those other people, because at a certain point in their life, and it's not being used as like a leverage or a cloud to hold over anybody's head. Don't do that. But understand that there are some people, they do understand, yo, I know who you are. I know who you used to be. You could change who you are now, but at the same time, I know who you truly are at heart, if that makes sense. So you got to remember that all of these rules blend out more, right? And lastly, the more likely they are to assume that you accept disrespect, people are going to continue doing that. So example, it goes right back into what I just previously stated. People are looking to see if you catch on or not. And you got to understand, if you play this game, be very careful in life, dog, because this is the easiest way to barbecue your face, bro. I understand that there are people who try to see if they can get something from the next person and see who they could pull the wool over their eyes, or let me see if I could play in your face. To do that, that's a dirty game, bro. It may be something that's comfortable to you. Either you've seen it, you've seen other people run it, what it's done for them. I'm going to tell you right now, if you play that survival game of seeing if I can play in somebody's face and disrespect them and see how long they can take the disrespect, you're actually going to burn yourself from opportunities. Because mind you, people who are going to run that game, their chances are going to run that on somebody that is naive. So remember this, some people do stay naive for a long ass time. Some people never grow out of their naiveness. But you need to remember this. There are some people that never were intending to be naive. They were trying to learn or understand. And if they see that somebody that they originally thought was on their team or on their side is actually snaking them or backdooring them, watch out, because that's where things turn around in a different way. The ball can turn in different ways. You don't know where it's going to go in life. Let's say you were snaking somebody and backdooring somebody and they were being 100 with you, right? And you were doing that to them, you're probably the last straw that you are going to be able to play that game with them, because people have been doing it with them excessively. You don't know if somebody's been studying you and they have all of your cards in a deck and they can play that shit how they want to and fuck you over. Mind you, when people play these games, they're not thinking about the longevity part about it. Yo, for me playing these games with this person, this person really, they can fry me right now. Yo, all this game I was playing in this person's face, they really caught on? Oh, snap. This is where I said some people, they not too smart, bro. When you play games of trying to seek to have the upper hand or one-upping somebody, or let me see if I could disrespect you, you may understand in that moment in time, a person may not be aware. Some people, they play fool to catch wise. That's my biggest game. And when I do things, I don't do things to gain the upper hand out of people. I'm being myself. You feel me? So if I feel like you trying to play me or take advantage of me, I'm going to just cut you off so swiftly you would have never seen that shit coming. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to understand something. To play in somebody's face, that's a form of disrespect. Some people may not be able to fully read the room like how you can read the room, but you're not stupid. You'll know if you're running game on somebody. You'll know if what you're doing is screwed up. You'll know if what you're doing is for your highest good or whatnot. But oftentimes when people do these things, it's not for a good reason. It's just to mainly disrespect and undermine somebody so that they end up having the upper hand. And when people find out that this is the game that you are playing, the ball can turn in different ways. People can turn around and expose you. People can turn around and screw up your life in different kind of ways. There are some people that's very vengeful, so you have to be very mindful of the games that you play. As well as that, if you play a game with somebody as to where you disrespected them or played in their face, and that person was of benefit, oh shit, you fry your face. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Look at the world we live in now. Life is hard, bro. I think life, of course, it gets harder and harder as time goes on, but I can safely say, yeah, like life is getting harder by the day. You feel me? Especially in America. There's a lot of people who played survival games or played in somebody's face and have been cut off, don't have access to these people, and that's why they are in the predicament that they're in. Some people that they play these games with were people that they know they relied on and were there for them to help them or assist them in life. Why would you play with the assistance that you're getting from somebody? Whether it may be financial, somebody was educating you in certain ways, that's kind of stupid, bro. That shows you don't have a longevity mindset. To play a stupid game with somebody and they're not deserving, or you're playing a game with somebody that you feel like you're smarter than, or you're more than, or you're better than, that game can turn around and backfire on you. So you got to be very careful, be mindful in life. You feel me? With that being said, remember this: words can help you, they can hurt you. But here on my channel, I just want to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world. Just remember this in life, bro. Never allow people to have the upper hand over you to where they can talk smack about you, feel like they can disrespect you. And never as well try to seek to gain the upper hand from somebody as to where you can use and violate them. Because I'm telling you right now, in the world that we live in, there's a lot of people that have been used and abused. Some people have been used and abused more than others. The games that you play, you don't know if that's the last time you're going to get a chance to play that game. The games that you run, you're risking your reputation on the line. And I'm telling you right now, bro, if you've built up a reputation of being a certain kind of a person, let's say you portray, you were this hard ass and now you've changed. And people know now the main reason as to why you put on this new personification is to cover up some serious dirt that you did. I'm telling you right now, people are going to question the hell out of you, and it's going to probably make some people do certain things. Because you got to remember this, right? And I'm going to leave it at this. Over time of somebody getting a chance to know somebody, people can feel and pick up if somebody's genuine or not. Some people, they're a little bit iffy about them because some people can't fully see through the veil. You get what I'm saying? But if a person can see through the smoke now that it's clear, yo, you were full of shit the whole time and you lied to me. So what about this incident back in the day? Or what about this time here? People are going to start to question you. And if you do not have answers to the questions or the lies that you created about somebody or a situation, I'm telling you, that's like creating an angry mob to want to come and harm you, because you're playing with people on a bigger scale. The lie that you fixated on somebody, or the story that you cooked up or you created, guess what? We found out the truth. You played me out of a situation. That's how people can get a chance to pick sides, and they found out, yo, I'm on the wrong side of the field. I'm playing for the losing team. I'm playing for somebody who was actually the bad-minded individual the whole time, and I chatterbobbed myself out of a situation probably with a good friend or a good person or whatever the case may be. That's how situations can backfire on you. This whole thing goes deep in life. That's why I say to people, if you're going to do something in life, understand what you're getting yourself into. Understand the risk that comes with certain things. You want to play an evil game with somebody? Don't be surprised with what you put out there comes right back to you tenfold. Because there are some people, they play these games with individuals that are not deserving, completely out of the way, and they target people to see if they can tarnish their reputation and screw up opportunities for them. But I'm here to tell you this: if that's a game that you play, you're not going to be able to screw up everybody's opportunities. Some people, they know how to get it without you. They can go around you. They can go above you. They can do whatever to make sure that you don't stop what they have going on. And when they get to where they need to go, you don't know if these people are going to turn around and dismantle you and your little false-ass kingdom that you painted or you developed over the years, and it was built off of lies. You get what I'm saying? Just be calculated in life and do the smart thing, man. 444 the world, man. Peace.